back row on that back table in case anybody walks in and they want to pick up the handouts. They'll have them right there. There's just 2 handouts for today. So I'm happy to be here today to talk to you about what we're doing at the MLS. A lot has evolved, a lot has changed. As you know, we just hit our 1-year mark with the merger of Fairfield and CTMLS. Time flies when you're having fun. And so, put down over a year in the record books, SmartMLS, Team SmartMLS, really excited about that. So today, I spoke to Sue a little bit about what we were looking to learn, and we're going to talk about the market reports. Okay, some of you may be aware of the market report section, some of you may not be. Okay, and you may go in there to look for different information regarding inventory. Okay, so we're going to take a look at a few of the different reports. Primarily, a lot of the brokers use these reports to see how their office is doing for office production, for agent ranking. But it's always a good idea to go into these at the half-year mark to kind of see where you're at. See how you stack up in maybe a certain town or county-wise. And what I did was just kind of as a little gift to all of you, maybe for your listing presentations, I actually ran a ranking report for your office. And if you notice, the first office on the list is yours. And the criteria that I used was the towns up on the top, Bridgeport, Easton, Monroe, Stratford, and Trumbull. I did it by sales, I grouped it by offices, and I pulled up by order. I sorted it by order, the top 25 offices. So that's pretty impressive if you look at that. You get a breakdown of the list side, the sales side, the total, you get your volume total, and you even get your market share. Okay? So I wanted you all to have this, and I'm going to show you how I arrived at this and how you can go in and take a look at some of the same things. So if you know, for example, that you've sold quite a bit, let's say in Easton, use Easton as your town when you're running your stats. Okay? It's all about taking the information that's in the MLS and making it work for you. Okay, that's the key. So we're going to go into market reports. We're going to talk a little bit about compliance. We did a survey and we've been monitoring with our ticketing system what type of calls that we get. About 80%, okay, have to do with listing compliance, interestingly enough. So what I thought I would do is go over the top, 5 or, it's actually probably 8 to 10 topics with compliance that we see come in through chats, through phone calls, through emails, okay, and the ones that I see most as well too. We just launched a new product called Remind. Has anybody gone in and taken a look at Remind? Okay, what'd you think?
That's great.
It's pretty amazing. It's powerful. Remind is a product that does predictive analytics. So it's going to take a look at a certain neighborhood, a zip code, you can do it by address, and it's going to tell you, based on the following criteria, and there's several pieces of criteria, how long have they lived in the house? What's the equity? How long did they take a mortgage for? Okay, what's their mortgage rate? What are the MLS sales look like in the neighborhood? What's active? What's on deposit? What's closed? Okay? So all of those things, and there's more to it even than that, they compile and they evaluate the chances of those homeowners moving. Is it high? Is it medium? Or is it low? Okay? Pretty neat tool. And then to take another step further, you can track those people. So you can find out if, their mortgage rate changed. They've now lived in the house 25 years. Okay, so you can track that information, and then the last piece is engaging them. So you can run mailing labels. Okay, you can pick out a certain area. I was just in Woodbridge. I had an agent that brought up all the 4-bedroom colonials in Orange, and she was going to target those folks. Okay, so you can do that, and then you can send out a mailer to them, and even to take it one step further, you can purchase their contact information. Okay, so I'm going to try to get to that and show you a demo of Remon. It's pretty amazing stuff. And then last but not least, HomeSnap. Is everybody using HomeSnap? Good. Keep using it. It's a powerful tool. It's going to save you a ton of time. Just the fact that showing time is integrated with the app is a huge time saver. You're not carrying around 20 pieces of paper and trying to shuffle through and say, oh yeah, this one's got 1,500 square feet. You know, and it's that gift that you give your client that really is a gift to you, because once you've shared it with them and they're branded to you, then the information that they look at is the same as what's on the MLS. So you can tell them, I'm giving you access to the MLS. And if they share it with their brother, sister, mother, father, cousin, neighbor, that person is then branded to you as well. So it's kind of the best word of mouth out there. Should be sharing all of your listings on Facebook through HomeSnap. Okay, because it advertises your listing and it also gets people to download the app. Right, so if we have any questions at the end, we can take a look at that as well. Alright, so some of the most popular reports that we see, or use I should say, and I'll probably just go right into the MLS from here. Okay, we're going to start out with the market reports. So the market reports can be found right under market reports, all the different market reports. So I'm going to log in and show those to you. Alright, so right from here, and we'll run through some examples to kind of show you how the different reports might help you. I get these messages too, guys.
Just click, I read them.
Okay, so under market reports, okay, we're going to go in and click on market reports. And we're really kind of talk about the most popular. The inventory counts. What that does is it allows you to go in and take a look at the breakdown of inventory. And we'll just use Trumbull today as an example. Okay, we'll just say single family. So what we're going to get out of this report, I'm going to say closed, is it will give you, nope, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to actually pick active, show, pause it. I'm not going to look at expired. So based on this particular town, Trumbull, it gives you a count of active listings, what's closed, and that's for the last year. Okay, the total of what's closed, so that's the total, and then the average price of what's closed. So this is more generic in nature. It doesn't give you a lot of information. The one I really want to show you is the inventory counts. That one is much better.
So is it year to date or year to year?
It's going back 365 days to the day.
Okay.
Good
Year to
question.
year. Okay.
Yeah, but you can change it. So if you want to do year to date, you just throw in the January 1st date till now. That's totally fine. That's what's nice about those little fields right next to the statuses, that you can do that.
That's the default, 365.
Yes,
Okay.
it is, it is. So this just kind of gives you an idea of days on market, the average price for properties, what's closed, what's active, what's on deposit, what's on show status. Really kind of generic, okay? I don't know how much I'd use that one necessarily. Maybe if I had multiple towns, it might be a little bit more advantageous. But at any rate, it's the inventory count.
Yeah, so Lauren, I would just tell you, if I saw that report and I was trying to, and we're listing and we want to get a great price, and the fact that the days on the market for listing were 20-something less than what's active on the market, only driver to that is price. So that by itself is how I would use that one form, not.
Right, yeah.
And one of the things, guys, we asked Lauren to do is just take us through all these reports that are available so everybody's familiar, so when you're out there listing, you really look like the expert and really drive, let your data be what tells your story. So that's why I wanted her to go through these reports with us.
Right. Yeah, each one is kind of unique in what it shows, and you may need one for a property in Bridgeport to show certain information, okay? You might need another one for a property in Darien, or, I don't know, Monroe, Trumbull, Fairfield, okay? So you'll see which one fits. Now the ranking report is just exactly that. What it will do is it will rank agents or offices or firms. A firm would be like multiple offices, like Coldwell Banker has various offices, or considered a firm. But that's all I did for this report that you have in front of you, okay? All I did was pick office, top 25 offices. I think for date, I did do year to date. Yep, I did do year to date. And you can see the towns that I picked, okay? And I chose sales, and I chose total volume, okay? Now, if you wanted to hone in on a particular office, you could put in the office code here, or the agent ID there, if you needed to, okay? You can also choose your property types, if you want to. Okay, so if you wanted to go in and look at rentals, maybe you do some commercial, properties. If you wanted to see it by county, okay, then you would just select county. I'm not going to go in and put in all these towns, but that's how I arrived at it. And sometimes it's plugging in certain information in certain areas. So for example, maybe year to date, your numbers look different as an office, but maybe going back a full year, like 365 days, maybe the picture's a little bit different. Okay, so you kind of know where your activity is, when you've had a lot of activity, and in what towns. Use that to your advantage. Okay, so you just simply generate the report, it breaks it down, and you get a list of the top 25 offices. You might want to do that for yourselves too. So if you know that you're a star in Stratford, okay, you've sold more homes than anybody probably in that town, or you've listed quite a few, then run it for yourself. See where you're at. Same thing with the sales side. If you're a buyer's agent, listing agent, where are you stronger? Okay? I'm not sure why this is taking a little bit longer. There it goes. Oh, you know why? Because I did it by county. So this is all of Fairfield County. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit more global. But the one that I gave you, you can certainly use. Okay, you can certainly use. So same thing goes with agent. So if you wanted to see who the top 25 agents were based on, let's say, total transactions. Okay, total transactions. And let's just go in Trumbull. Is this all interesting to all of you? Did you guys all know this was here? Okay, are you chomping at the bit to see who this agent is? Okay, let's see. Adding a town might change it. Adding in a couple towns might change it. Oh my gosh! He's with this office! I don't believe it! Is there a Matt Newsy here?
He's not here now.
He's not here. He's out selling, that's why. Okay, so, know, the office ranking, the agent ranking,